Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing? Johnny Matrix here, Trurevelation. I just wanted to tell you today that you're a powerful human being. No matter where you are and what you're doing, man, woman, child, elderly, no matter what, your purpose never stops. And I want to tell you that maybe where you're at right now, I want you to really analyze and look at yourself and really ask yourself, is this all that there is to my life? Is this 9 to 5? Is this business? Is this really all there is to my life? And I want to tell you something, that you can do anything in this life. You can. And you might even believe that you can do it and you don't need God. And you might say, if I want to be a doctor, I can be a doctor. I can be a lawyer. I can be a scientist. I could be a rock star. But you know what I can tell you? Is that it's only for a time. It's only for a season. Because you're doing it in your own strength. And that's why you see so many suicides within the community of billionaires, within the community of millionaires, successful people. You got marriage counselors and psychologists getting divorced. You got teachers giving up on students. You got police officers that are beating people up. Why? Because they decided to do a job that they were never called to do. You're doing things in your own strength, man. And I want to tell you today that I want to ask you, really, do you really know God? Do you really know God? Have you really done the research in your own life? Not listening to other people, not listening to YouTube or reading somebody else's book. What have you done to really find out and figure out if God is real? Have you really done the research? Have you really gone in deep? Have you really gone to the extreme to find out if God is really real? And I want to ask you something, man. If you haven't, you need to do it. Stop listening and getting influenced by other people. We were meant to be amazing and powerful. That's how God designed us to be. He gave us a purpose. He gave us a will. He gave us a choice. But He made something. He made a series of events that were already designed for you to grab hold of. And until you figure out, and until you find out and really engage in that powerful God, in the God that is alive, alright, you're never going to be living to your full potential. And if you think that you did, it's only going to last for a season and you're going to burn out. But I want to tell you right now that God is waiting for you. And even if you think you know God and you tell other people that you do, man, if there's nothing new happening in your life, if there's no excitement happening right now, if you're not looking forward to tomorrow and next year because you know something is happening, God is using you in something, I want to tell you, don't be misled. Wake up. Wake up from that church you're in that's dead. Wake up from that dead job. Wake up from that dead career. I'm going to work right now, but I'm also listening to my album. And I know God has called me to do something great, and I'm working towards doing it. And things are happening. And there's things in your life that you're passionate about. There's things in your life that you know you're called to do, but you're not doing them because you're stuck in a career. You're stuck in circumstances. I want to tell you, my brother and sister, there's more. There's more. There's more. I want to ask you to please look yourself in the mirror and just activate yourself right now. And if you really think you have an opinion on God, that you might feel like He doesn't exist, or if He does, He doesn't have any part in your life, I want to tell you, my brother, before you make a statement like that, have you really took the time? Have you really dug in deep into knowing about God? You might know a lot of things. You might be an expert in something. But can you really tell me, without a doubt, that you know that God is not real? That you know that God is not powerful? That you know that this is all there is? And if you haven't, I want to tell you today that I love you. And I'm telling you this because I want to see you moving in your purpose. I want to see you changing the world. I want to see you doing what God designed you to do, because you're beautiful. because you're a beautiful creature. You have a beautiful mind. You're talented. You're amazing. But until you really find God, everything else is in vain. Everything else is just like the blowing of the wind. I want to tell you today that God loves you. And God is waiting for you to activate His supernatural power in your life, so that you can have a supernatural purpose that's not going to last a year, 2 years, 3 years, 20 years. It's going to last forever, because your purpose never stops. That's why in the Bible there's no such thing as retirement. Stop saving your money up for retirement. There is no such thing as retirement. Your purpose does not stop until you take your last breath. So I love you. God bless you. And I hope that this touches at least one person. Peace.